Hey everybody, welcome back to Unboxing, presented today by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster. I'm Isekai Sensei Sama, aka Brad, joined by my co-hosts Kermit D. Grog, aka Andrew.
Yo!
And Bento Baggins, aka Ben.
Ohio.
So today we're gonna unbox this box. But before we get started,
Oh my goodness.
I've got a surprise for you guys.
What?
Oh, right, we're back.
Wow.
Anyway,
You've already seen that surprise, viewer.
so this month is Kanto New Year, as we can see from the box.
Kanto New Year. New Year's in Japan is full of exciting traditions. Businesses usually close and families gather together to attend shrines, eat special cuisine called osechi ryori, make mochi, included in this month's box,
When isn't it?
and send nengajo, or special New Year's cards. Adult relatives even give children money in otoshidama bukuro, small envelopes. For this month, we're celebrating the New Year in the Kanto region. It encompasses 7 prefectures and a third of Japan's total population. We're bringing you delicious treats to ring in the New Year right, from rice crackers shaped like good luck dolls, Daruma,
Oh.
to celebratory yellow cakes and cookies made with Shonan,
Oh.
gold citrus. We hope this box brings joy to your New Year's festivities. So let's start with Shonan Gold Chocolate Crepe Roll, made by Taniwa. Chocolate and citrus make great partners, especially when that citrus is from Kanagawa Prefecture. A thin, wafer-like cookie is rolled up and filled with sweet and fragrant Shonan gold-flavored cream for a delicious snack. Its flavor? Sweet. Vegetarian? You betcha. Common allergens? Milk, wheat, and soy. Also contains? Not applicable.
I don't know if I've ever eaten non-applicable before.
You don't like chocolate oranges or something like that?
I don't usually like my citruses and especially my chocolates to mix.
All right, so I'm gonna crack one of these
Let's
open.
pop this bad boy open.
Yep.
Our first treat of the new year. Turn your head away. Turn my head away from the mic so I don't get hit with the flavor blast.
The wrapper to wafer ratio is pretty intense there.
Let me get a look at this thing. It's like a stogie.
There's
Is there stuff inside?
empty.
It's empty?
Can you see that on the camera?
I think it might supposed to be empty.
I'm gonna. You're probably right. I'm gonna open both of them just to make sure.
Look at that plating. Gorgeous.
You're like a Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay of snacks. It's fine.
Of Japanese box snacks.
Hey, I said this on the first episode. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, and stuff, let us know. I will go to Sheets,
Like you're still keeping that going.
our local, gas
station
and I will
eatery.
buy all of the weirdest things that I can find, and we will do an unboxing.
I will dead serious. If you do that for Sheets, I will write one of these books for Sheets.
You hear that?
I will make up some stuff to read out of a pretend book.
I'll let you.
Like you want to break it, but it's like,
Will it go into 2 pieces or 1,000,000?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Instantly, I just, I don't even smoke. I don't think I've ever actually held a real cigar, but I just want to hold it like that.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
What is this stuff?
I like that.
You're getting a real humdinger there. Like, ooh. Firing up.
I like that.
Really?
I'm gonna buy some of those.
Are you being legit?
No, I love that.
Okay, you just said no. Gosh. Ben, you're having a time over here. What's up, bud?
I'm reacting to that reaction.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It tastes like, I mean, you could get a lot more bang for your buck if you just bought a thing of Fruit Loops.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
It's very similar.
It's
However,
Fruit Loops. It's fancy Fruit Loops,
Yeah.
but in a stogie.
it is a very similar flavor, but the texture is a lot lighter.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
It does have a really good texture.
I can't believe now that you hit that. It's like the taste is invading my mouth, but it makes a lot more sense
But I
now.
love that flavor, so it makes sense that I like that. And the one thing I don't like about not Cheerios. The
Fruit
one thing I
Loops.
don't like about Fruit Loops is how much they destroy your mouth.
Yep.
There's so many of those cereals
That's
that are
fair.
like they're really good, but they're too not even hard but like they're sort of too sharp.
Yeah, no, I've eaten a box
And
of Captain Crunch. That'll mess
Yeah,
up your day if
same
you're not
thing.
careful.
And that is very, very light.
It's really light and flaky, and it's just barely held together by that like cream that coats the inner center.
A solid starter, a breakfast.
I'm gonna give that a rating.
Thanks.
In term, I mean, if
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
said it
rate
was better than Fruit Loops.
if I was to rate Fruit Loops in terms of like cereals, I would rate Fruit Loops at like a 7.
Okay.
Okay.
This against Fruit Loops, I would give a 9. This is like one step below perfect for me.
Wow, jeez.
This is gonna be, you're setting a high bar.
Divisive. I don't even know if I'd seek this out. It's just not a flavor I like. I don't get Fruit Loops. I'm a continually an eater of sugary cereals, but it's not my Fruit Loops aren't my bag. So
I could see somebody setting this on their like coffee table when they have guests over or something, and it'd be fine to snack on. I don't think I'd sit alone in my room, eating a fistful of these.
no, this feels very much like a thing that you have at the start of a fancy meal that like gets your taste buds going. Because I feel like that's what it was. It was like a taste bud zap.
Puré Gummy Premium Tochiotome Strawberry, made by Conro. This premium gummy is bursting with the flavor of Tochiotome strawberries, a special fruit from the Tochigi prefecture. Try saying that 3 times fast. Plus, it's coated in mouth-wateringly sour crystals. Flavor, sweet and sour. Vegetarian. No.
No, really? It's strawberry gummies. What? I guess it's a gummy, which means
Yeah, it
it's
could have gelatin. Common allergens, none. This also contains not applicable.
every time you said Tome, my dumb wee brain instantly goes to Dio Tokyo Tomare, what he says when time stops. The little like hearts. I didn't even notice that initially.
Yeah.
Whose first take?
I think
Count it.
the professor has the most
Clink.
boisterous reaction.
3, 2, 1. I think I will.
Sour Patch Kid. You definitely nailed it on that
Gourmet
one.
Sour Patch Kid.
A bit more
Got some
fruitier.
Got some kick to it.
Got like a gusher vibe going on a little bit.
Really? It's not goo, but the outer, because you have to get through the like sour crystals. And it's got a little zest to it, but not too much.
It's definitely pureed strawberries. Like,
Yeah.
You really get a strawberry taste.
But not because, that's a really thing we got to talk about. It's not candy strawberry, it's actual strawberry,
Yeah.
which is like really rare in anything except strawberries.
This I think I would actually buy on its own.
Ben, would you actually buy this?
I think I actually would. Well, let me rephrase. How much does it cost?
How much credit do
How
we
many
have?
bags of Sour Patch Kids could I have?
I have to ask, because you did mention how you've been lying this whole time about what you would actually buy.
It's true. When
definitely
push came to
calling you out
shove,
here.
yeah, when push came to shove, I did not actually decide to buy any of these. There is gusher stuff in it.
Yeah,
Okay, now I gotta just.
I didn't have.
But yeah, I think if these are not
Yeah, I do.
super expensive,
I should say,
I'd have to store these somewhere that I wouldn't just instantly eat them in a single sitting. Because it's not that many in the bag if I buy it separately, but they're good.
The way that the Boxu store works is everything is... You basically can't buy one of anything. which makes sense because they have to ship it.
Yeah.
So like you sort of need a minimum amount of something to ship it. So what you'll do is you'll go on there and like for the previous one, the little cookie thing, you know, that would probably come in like a pack of 30 or something, or 3 packs of 10 or something like that. So there's not really anything like super cheap on there. But that said, most of the things I saw in there, I was not like, oh, that seems way too expensive. It's definitely going to be more expensive than like just going down to a gas station and getting a pack of something. But not like, oh my god, I would never buy this.
No, strawberry is actually one of my favorite fruits. So if this was not super expensive, I would actually pick up a pack of these. I would like, there's other people I would like to try these.
They're good. Like I said, candy, like as someone who eats a lot of like this type of candy sweet, very rarely do you get actual flavor of the fruit it's about. You get cherry flavoring or strawberry flavoring or like it's blue flavored, but like you never get, or purple, not grape, but you get like a candy thing, and that's fairly consistent. But this is like you said, it's straight up strawberry.
I really like Sour Patch Kids, but like in moderation. Mm-hmm. So like every couple months I'll be like, I'm gonna eat a whole pack of Sour Patch Kids, and then I'm like, okay, I don't need any for a while.
I'm content.
This hits that itch in a more subdued way.
It doesn't feel like you're eating candy as much, even though you're eating candy.
It's interesting though, because it's actually, I would say it's more flavorful than Sour Patch Kids.
I would agree.
But in a different way than Sour Patch Kids are flavorful.
It tastes clean.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
that is very on point.
Sour Patch Kids give you that like heightened, like punch you in the face, like what the heck.
Sour Patch Kids.
Well, it's got a lot of that artificial flavor vibe.
Yeah.
This tastes like a strawberry, so it doesn't feel like you're eating, like you said, it just doesn't feel like you're eating candy. It feels like you're eating a candied strawberry.
So if I'm going to rate this against Sour Patch Kids, I would give Sour Patch Kids probably a 7. Again, it's one of those things that I really like, but like not all the time.
In moderation.
And this I would give an 8. This is something I would have more often than Sour Patch Kids.
I can dig it. Yeah, this is definitely a place in front of me. I will eat it, but I wouldn't seek this out. I'm not super big on strawberries, but I enjoyed that. That was a good excursion.
Yokohama Bashamichi Millefeuille. This is made by Gâteau de Voyage. This French-style millefeuille pastry comes from Bashamichi, a Yokohama street known for its heavy Western influence as one of the first international Japanese ports. Millefeuille means 1,000 sheets, and you can see many layers of flaky pastry filled with creamy raspberry.
Ooh.
Flavor, sweet. Vegetarian, yes.
Ah.
Common allergens, milk, eggs, wheat, and soy.
All of them.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No fish. I'm excited about this. This looks like a really good one.
Looks more like a
cracker.
Yeah.
I was expecting more like bread, like a cookie.
Yeah. Let's eat this cake thing.
I'll take the tiny piece because I'm gracious.
It's actually really good.
That's not what I was expecting texture-wise.
Melts in your mouth.
Yeah, which is not what you'd expect with a thing that looks like a cracker.
There's just a little hint of that sour flavor.
The raspberry?
Fruit.
Yeah. That's an interesting one.
I think that's my favorite thing we've eaten so far tonight. That was really like good. That was kind of like, I kind of wish I could have eaten the whole thing.
Yeah, I really like that.
It's very buttery.
I regret being gracious and eating the small piece.
You know, with the previous boxes, there's bit they hit way more than they miss. But there's been like, you know, oh this is good, but it's not amazing. You know, so far
this one was
all 3 of these for me have been amazing. And so the
dig that.
percentage for this is much higher so far.
Hit ratio's looking good.
Yeah, I'd say 66% amazing.
We're all gonna die someday. It's
Before
fine.
we started.
No
Continuity errors this time.
There is a continuity error.
Did I miss it?
Did you have them on earlier?
Oh, I missed it. Damn it. Is there anything that you would say that reminds you of?
Not really. I don't think I've ever had anything quite of that texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. That's what I love about these, is every so often we get hit with something where it's just like, I have no frame of reference. This was an entirely new experience.
There's definitely things that are like, you've got that like cream between wafer kind of thing. But normally those wafers are much more
Like rock solid.
well,
Yeah,
and not
or
even
wafery.
not even necessarily
Or
rock
cookie.
solid. They can be light, but those ones were much it was like a butter pastry where it's got lots of pockets in it and stuff.
Yeah.
As opposed to just a flat wafer, which could still be light and airy, but not quite in the same way. So, yeah, I don't know that there's anything to really compare that to. If I'm just
How did your scale work with no comparison points?
I'd have to just compare it to like other sandwich cookie kind of things, which I mean on that scale, that's a 9.
It's a tops.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the flavor. I mean, it tastes like a butter-based pastry.
But that little bit of fruit, that raspberry is like right what it needs. It's so good.
Well, and the texture is like, it kind of blew my mind. Lucky Mayo Curry Okaki Rice Crackers. The Lucky Mayo Curry Okaki Rice Crackers are made by Sanshin, a rice cracker that combines two of our favorite flavors, Japanese curry and Japanese mayonnaise. After you've admired the adorable giraffe on the bag,
I have admired that, admittedly.
you'll smell the heady aroma of curry spices for a wonderfully savory senbei. Flavor, savory. Vegetarian, yes. Common allergens, milk and eggs.
This art is indeed very cute. Ready to
Alright.
dig in?
Let's get into it.
There's a bunch of them.
They look good.
I smell something.
It's a good thing there's a whole bag of these.
That's
Yeah.
a snack.
No, there's actually something I get at the Indian grocery store that tastes exactly like this. And so I would say I would buy it because I have bought something exactly like it.
There's definitely like some similar flavors to some things I've had before.
Yeah, I get a hint of the curry. I get a hint of the mayo. Like
It's a really good package though. It's light but not, melt in your mouth. So it's got a good crunch to it.
but it's not hard.
Right.
Not like, oh gosh.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. It's not fatiguing.
Did you just say fatiguing?
It allows one to relax one's palate. I don't have a lot to say about it. I'm just going to keep eating it, which
I know.
is the best rating I could give it.
I would buy the snack.
This box is really doing it for me.
Yeah, this is we're surefire New Year's. We're back on the horse.
I'm actually rating this. I'll rate it.
Wow.
This is next to an American snack, like a Frito or something. This is, I'm going to say, 10 out of 10.
Stronger than a Frito.
Oh, you know what? I would rate this against Funyuns, which
That's a good choice.
which
Yeah.
I've rated against. I think it was the takoyaki ones, which I also really liked.
I did like those. I was thinking about those while we were sitting here thinking about savory snacks.
Sort of like a similar flavor, similar texture. Not like exactly the same, obviously, but I think I rated Funyuns at a 7. If I'm
Sure.
remembering correctly. Maybe a 6, I don't quite remember. Today I'll rate them as a 6.
I'm feeling.
The Funyun base.
When I wake up, ask me how I feel about Funyuns. You'll know how I'm doing that day.
I'm going to give this 8.5.
Oh, wow.
Because it's up there. I can't quite give it a 9.
Interesting.
And not for any reason I can really put my...
How does it
on.
compare to those takoyaki ones we had last time?
Oh,
Little
those
squid
were
balls.
so good.
Exactly.
It's-
So are those above those? Squid
it's-
balls are bigger.
I think it's slightly below those.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was very, very good. It's very close. If you put both of them in front of me,
Oh, I'll eat them.
I'll eat both of them.
Just by virtue of eating these and looking at those made me think of those takoyaki balls, so I kind of want those really badly.
Country Ma'am Choco Mamire. Made by Fujiya. Choco Mamire means lots of chocolate, and this cookie really lives up to its name. Each bite is stuffed with chocolate chips and chocolate as well. Oh, and it's covered in chocolate as well.
Wow.
I can't read sentences.
That's twice the chocolate.
So much chocolate.
You got your chocolate in my chocolate.
Try dunking this cookie into some milk or tea for a pleasant afternoon.
Ooh.
Flavor, sweet. Vegetarian. It's one of those egg vegetarians, but yes. Common allergens, milk, eggs, wheat, and soy.
Yeah. Yes, the art is different on these.
Alright, that's plenty of.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Let's eat it. And we've got extra pieces in case we really dig it. So chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. It's not too heavy, maybe because I only ate half a cookie. Because I know we've had times where I ate a chocolate thing and my mouth was just like, I need milk because it's like drying out and dying. This one's good, solid. Chocolate cookie, not reinventing the wheel here.
Yeah, I'm not super into chocolate. It was good. As far as chocolate covered cookies go, it's one of the better ones I've ever had. A normal chocolate covered cookie being a 5 for me. I'll give that a 7.
Yeah, solid cookie.
Solid cookie. Don't know that I'd import it from Japan.
No, but placed in front of me, like, yeah. We had more, I would eat them with milk, so,
yeah.
Which is not what I really want, so I guess good proper points to the booklet.
Fujiya Nectar Peach Mochi. Made by Nihon Bashi Kabuo. The delicate and sweet taste of Fujiya's nectar peach juice flavors this filled mochi. A sweet rice cake encases fragrant peach jelly and marshmallow. Be sure to eat this mochi as soon as possible to best enjoy its soft texture. Flavor, sweet. Vegetarian, no. Common allergens, milk and eggs. Also contains alcohol.
Peachy. Again, thing that tastes like actual fruit and not flavor.
Yep. As mochi goes.
I'm big on. I like that. That was
a good mochi. I'm not a big mochi fan, but that was a good mochi.
It was bright, it was peachy, it was sweet, the marshmallow wasn't too much, it kind of helped out everything.
Wouldn't have changed your mind on mochi. You probably wouldn't have liked it. But.
Yeah, mochi for me is a texture thing.
Yep.
I don't mind, mochi ice cream, because it's colder, the texture makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't mind the flavors of mochi. It's literally just, the way it feels in my mouth, I'm not down.
There's people I'd recommend it to. Mochi was one of those things that I pretended to like for a long time because I was a weeb. But I don't actually like it.
Glad you can admit it.
Yeah. But it was good. I mean, as mochi goes, it was really flavorful. You really got a lot of peach. But
so on the mochi scale.
High marks on mochi scale.
On the mochi scale, I'd say 7 or 8. Fermented butter Kaoru custard Financier, Shonan Gold. Get ready for a small cake that packs a flavorful punch. Delicious custard cream and fermented butter paired beautifully with Shonan Gold, a fragrant citrus found only in Kanagawa Prefecture. The flavor is sweet. Yes, it's vegetarian. Common allergens, milk, eggs, tree nuts, and wheat. And
tree?
And you better believe this contains alcohol.
Heck yeah. We will go for it? Okay.
Let's do it.
Three Musketeers.
Right.
Solid. Spongy. Clank.
I like the flavor.
I don't.
I actually do. I like it.
Texture's pretty good.
No, I can't disagree with you more from my point of view.
It's citrusy. It's that Shonan Gold, but like a chonky banana bread.
Yeah, texture-wise, I would say it's sort of a little dense. If it was a little lighter, I think I'd like it more.
Yeah, agreed.
It was definitely way too small. As far as little snack cakes go, that's a solid 7 for me.
It's okay. I'd say it's closer to like a 6. Have you ever had like a Hostess orange cupcake?
Yes.
I would rather have a Hostess orange cupcake.
Well,
that's
weird.
And I'm sure
I would actually, while dissimilar, I would rate those at the same level.
Yeah. The texture of that's better than the Hostess cupcake, but I think the flavor of the...
And I'm sure the Hostess cupcake is cheaper, so probably the better choice.
Hostess Epoxy doesn't kick in. You can sponsor this.
We will sit here
We'll sell it to anybody
and unbox
for the most part.
Hostess cakes and shove them in our faces.
Brad wants to do that very badly.
I will totally do that.
Black Sesame Okoshi. Made by Solki. Okoshi is a crunchy and sweet snack that has been around for over 10 centuries. 3 flavors. Black sesame, kinako, and brown sugar unite to form a treat that you won't want to put down. This is sweet, it's vegetarian, and it contains milk and soy. Also contains nothing else. That really does look like drugs.
Drugs, drugs, drugs. All are good. All are good. Right on the tongue.
Let's give this a shot. It looks like honeycomb.
Okay, wow. What a turnaround. I'm about it.
Yeah,
I was not expecting to be about it.
As sesame things go, because Japan uses a lot of sesame. This isn't my favorite. I didn't hate it.
Solid.
This is a 5 for me.
Oh.
That's pretty low.
Yeah.
It's very average. I mean, it tastes like a fistful of sesame seeds.
Yeah. This feels like another, like, the whatever we started with the book with, of, like, a before meal little, like, get your taste buds rocking and rolling.
I like it, though. It's got,
I dig it.
like, the flavor that it has. It really brings out the sweetness of the sesame. You know, in terms of other sesame cracker kind of treats, I would give that a 7. Solid 7.
This is the Yokohama Butter Sandwich Cookie, made by Takara Seika. These butter cookies are a popular gift for tourists visiting Yokohama because each cookie has little vignettes of the city printed on them.
What?
There's also little vignettes printed on the packaging, if you can see that or not. Yeah.
These cookies, it looks like they're burned on. These cookies
I'm
are
excited.
filled with a luscious buttercream that balances the more savory cookie. Maker Takara Seika has been baking in Yokohama since 1946, so we hope you can taste the history.
He survived the war.
Every bite.
I'm excited for this. I like me a butter cookie, and I'm excited to see these pictures of Yokohama you speak of.
Wow, that smells like butter. Holy. Oh my
Give me
god.
no, you can't just like give me a hit.
You can't just smell it?
No, not from where we're sitting. Yeah, that's
Heck
just a stick
yeah,
of
baby.
butter. That's just a stick of butter.
And
I'm
that's
my
like,
mother's son. I bake with a lot of butter.
that's like the primo butter. You know, the kind where you know, you take it out of the packaging and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, we're cooking with butter. Click.
Not butter. That's butter, Bob. Perhaps too much butter.
No, I'm down for that.
Could you just eat a stick of butter?
No.
Really?
I mean,
I think I could.
like,
Given
not
the opportunity.
just a stick of butter. Maybe like a deep fried stick of butter, or like
Feel like
sugar
crackers.
coated stick of butter. Like, it would have to be something with butter.
You know, the initial bite I wasn't sure, but the flavor lingering in my mouth, I kind of wish I had more.
Too much butter.
Too much butter? That's okay. These things happen.
Because it didn't have the oily squishiness of the butter so much. I mean, there's definitely some in there, but it wasn't like all of it. The cookie cracker part of it gives you the right balance. In terms of sandwich cookies, which is really what that was, even though it's sort of weird to put it in that category, but I think that's the category you have to use, right?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As a sandwich cookie, I'll give that a 7.
Funwari Meijin Mochi Puffs, Hokkaido cheese. Made by Ichigo Seika. This Mochi Puff's signature, lighter than air, melt in your mouth texture is flavored with cheese from Hokkaido, the premier region for dairy in all of Japan. When it evaporates on your tongue, you'll be left only with its deeply cheesy flavor. The flavor is savory. It's vegetarian, and the common allergens are milk and soy.
Yeah.
As we've already established in this
I know, like
episode,
instantly everybody wants to go.
I'm not into mochi.
Oh, that's not what I was going to say.
But the mochi puffs that we have before, so I mentioned earlier the standard mochi texture I don't like, but like the ice cream mochi I like. The puffed mochi I also like because it's more just it's so different from the texture of regular mochi. It's not even really comparable.
Yeah. I was in a rush to say our dabblings with Japanese cheese has always been very strange.
Oh, what Japanese cheese have we had already?
We've had something Japanese cheese related that was weird, and again, we are from America, specifically Pennsylvania. Dairy is just a way of life here.
It's literally in our blood. It's a serious issue.
Stick in.
Clink. I get it.
I see what they're going for.
Is this Japan's attempt at a cheese ball?
I mean, it's giving me those vibes.
I kind of dig it because it's lighter.
It's not bad. I'd say it's good. There's something about it though that
Feels like it's missing.
Needs a little jalapeno.
I don't think so. But it could definitely be the cheese flavor. Like maybe it's just a notch down too low on the.
It needs to be a little bit more vibrant. Taste wise.
I wouldn't pick this over like just a cheese puff.
No.
That you can get in the grocery store here.
I feel like I could eat more of these because they are less intense.
Yeah.
And not feel like I've committed a crime against my mouth as much as I love cheese puffs.
See, in our grocery stores, if you're not familiar, we have gigantic tubs of cheese balls. So that's the standard that we're going off of.
Yeah.
And cheese balls are something, that's probably a 6.5 for me. I'd say between a 6 and a 7. And this I would give a 6.
I want this... the ideal cheese ball is somewhere between the grocery store brand and this. I like the lighter texture, a little too light.
If it was heavier...
Keep the texture, ramp up the flavor more. You can make it a little bit more pop. Right. I would be down with these. It wouldn't be as hard.
It either has to be a little firmer in the texture or a little more in the flavor.
Yep.
Akasaka, Shisen, Hanten, Mochiya, potato chips, Mapo chili oil. Made by Sanshin. Maker Sanshin collaborated with the Chinese restaurant Akasaka Shisen Hanten to create these spicy Mapo chili flavored chips. You can taste tingly Chinese peppercorns in every crispy bite. The flavor is savory and spicy.
Ooh.
It is not vegetarian. And common allergens are milk, wheat, and soy.
So you say you like Mapo tofu.
Yes.
What exactly is Mapo?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I'm assuming it's the chili.
They're cool looking chips. It's kicking in.
I think that's a good level.
It's kicking in. It's kicking in.
I'm actually all about this.
I think that's like a spicy chili Doritos level. The actual potato is sort of strange. Do you think it's a like processed potato?
I would love to eat a chip that looked like these, but
it looks like they just sliced potatoes and then.
Yeah, I kind of dig that.
The texture I'm getting from it sort of reminds me of like a Munchos. Have you ever had Munchos? Munchos are a potato chip that is made by like potato flake or whatever. Like instant mashed potatoes.
Oh, like a Pringles.
Yeah. Similar to a Pringles, but Pringles are sort of different. But the texture of these really reminds me of that. I will put some Munchos up on the screen right now so you can see. But we have them all around.
Munchos sounds like the missing Marx brother.
Usually the Mapo tofu I get, it comes with like tofu, this chili oil sauce, and then they do a little bit of diced pork, throw it in there.
Ooh.
And all kinds of like sauteed peppers and onions, and then rice.
Sounds good. Before we move on, on the chip scale, which is how we would need to rate this. I mentioned Munchos before. Munchos for me are like a 6. It's not something that I like seek out, but like my mom really likes them, so she'll buy them, and if she has some and she's eating them, I'll have a couple.
Yeah.
And I have to rate these against that because of the similarity in texture. And I would actually rate this one above, so I'd give this a 7.
I'm rating it against Mapo tofu. And as a novelty, I'm surprised they created a chip that tastes exactly like Mapo tofu. And I get a kick out of that, so that's going to bump it up to a 9 for me.
Ooh.
Black Sesame Crispy Candy, made by Araheito Seizo Honpo. This tasty candy is called Araheito and has been around for almost 500 years. A hard shell gives way to a flaky interior, flavored with intensely nutty black sesame for a treat you won't want to stop eating. The flavor is sweet. It is vegetarian. Common allergens, wheat and soy, chock full of that good gnaw.
Let's dig in. Slink.
Oh, falls apart. Oh.
Anytime you get surprised,
Chew it.
is my yes. I've been chewing it. I chew on everything.
Oh, I thought it was a hard candy.
No.
The texture on the top, like when you first put it in your mouth, it's like, oh, this is a hard candy. Oh my god, that's... Oh my god.
I like this better than the other one.
Brad has seen the light. I like the other one better than this.
It has the texture on your tongue of hard candy, but when you put just a little pressure on it, it just snaps like a wafer.
This is the best sesame thing I've ever eaten.
Wow.
Isekai Sesame Sama.
I mean, if I'm rating it against every other sesame thing, this is a 9.5.
Wow. There is a quality of like watching a baby try ice cream for the first time about watching you eat this.
I like that you're eating them all now. You could save them for later.
This is so good. I'm so happy.
Tore through those things.
Black Thunder Shifuku no Butter, made by Yuraku Seika. Black Thunder is a beloved Japanese chocolate bar that combines chocolate cookies, and puffed rice. This premium version contains fermented butters from Hokkaido and France that takes this chocolate bar from excellent to sublime. This is sweet, it's vegetarian, and if you're allergic to milk, tree nuts, wheat, or soy, it will kill you.
All that talk. I'm taking middle sections a lot. I guess I'm in the middle, so that makes sense. All that hype up. Black Thunder, getting super excited, and then just like, yeah, it's fine. It's good.
It could compete with an American candy bar.
Yep.
Which is...
It can rock and roll in there. The caramel's a really good touch.
No, it can't because it's too small.
Well, you can make that bigger. You can fold.
That's rare high praise for me, though. Because, like, I've often considered, like, my go-to shot against foreign desserts is, like, they're good, but have you had a candy bar?
Mm-hmm. I like it. You know, if it was regular candy bar size and it was next to the candy bars in the gas station, I would get that over Twix.
I was gonna say this beats a Twix then,
but not like way beating it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, a Twix for me is a 7. I'd give this an 8.
I concur. Daruma Senbei rice crackers, made by Senbei Lab. These cute senbei are shaped like little Daruma, traditional Japanese dolls. It's like that Pokemon, Darumaka. These are traditional Japanese dolls symbolizing good luck.
Eh?
With
Maybe
8
some of that.
different flavors like
8?
matcha, nori, and black sesame. You're sure to love them all. The flavor is savory, it is vegetarian, contains eggs, wheat, and soy, and a dash of alcohol. It looks like a plate of Christmas cookies.
Really?
This is really interesting. It's all.
This looks safe.
They're all different. So
Very different.
One pack does not have any repeats in it.
Nope.
So we have 2 packs here.
I think they're all savory. Brad, try the red one.
I don't think we've ever had one where like there was a bunch of different flavors all in one pack.
What is that?
It's been pretty generally
I couldn't
like
tell.
uniform. So this is
That's
definitely.
why I said acidic. Like, I got chili, but it never hit spice. And then, so it was like maybe citrus.
So in terms of senbai, the The fact that it's a variety is fun,
It's cool. It's a good gimmick.
but I wouldn't get it again. And overall, I would give it like a 4. The sweeter ones were good.
Yeah,
The spicy the spicy one, the other red one, not the acid one. The spicy one was pretty good, but that's more like a 6, 5.5.
yeah. Organic Genmaicha Tea, made by Boxu.
Oh.
A combination of sencha leaves and roasted brown rice. This tea is filling and just a little bit different from most teas. Let its herbaceous and nutty aroma waft over you as the hot tea keeps you warm on winter nights.
Herbaceous.
There are no allergens. It contains
Tea.
plenty of na, and it is vegetarian.
Gentlemen,
Actual clink.
so there we have it. We did it. Boxu has been unboxed.
Yes.
I had a lot of fun.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. I hope everybody watching enjoyed. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updates whenever these come out. And we also have our podcast up on YouTube so you can get alerted from that. Our podcast, That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster. We had our episode 2 came out very recently. People seem to be enjoying that. So you should definitely check that out.
I had a good time making it.
Yeah.
Those are going to come out monthly, and we're going to try and do these in the middle. You can email us if you want to get a hold of us and you don't want to leave a comment in YouTube or anything. You can email us at isekaisenseisama@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at isekaisensei, and you can find the podcast on all the different podcast platforms, wherever you like to listen to them. Andrew, do you want to plug anything?
Yes, you can find me on my podcast Ramble Rousers, where I kind of post whatever audio projects I'm working on, though we haven't posted anything in a while, but I would like to get back to my interview show where I interview people I know who are into interesting things and kind of get their take on things and just generally, asking people questions. It was all born out of the idea of, you can't just go up to people and ask their backstory, so that was kind of the thing. So I'm going to see if I can pull that one out of the mothballs, so... you can also find me on my YouTube page, and I believe Kermit the Grog. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Ben, you want to plug stuff?
Yeah, I guess you can also find me on Words About Books. It is a podcast, it is a YouTube channel, and now it is a Twitch channel.
Hey.
Twitch.tv/wordsaboutbooks. We talk about books. It's kind of all in the name.
Say words about them.
Yep.
Well, it's been fun. Once again, hope you enjoyed this, and hope you catch the next one.
And for next time, next month's haiku hint: red, white, and pink treats in celebration of love. Be our Valentine?
We'll see you next time.
Arbor Day. It's Arbor Day.
President's Day. Japan celebrates that, right?
Prime Minister's Day.
We'll see you next time.
I got cut my Arbor Day joke. Gotta let some of my chaos back into the show. What's that? It's been a neighbor.